Time.
This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
For overrated, underrated, we'll both throw something at the wall and see what sticks.
I'm going with something that I've always thought is overrated, and I need to know that everyone else agrees with me, because if not, I'm a wet blanket, which is a really funny pun because mine is about being wet. I think shower loving is overrated. I've never thought that it was something comfortable, enjoyable. It's a process. You get like stressed out. You're cranky after. There's not a lot of space.
Dangerous.
Dangerous. The angles suck. Nothing about it's good. Unless you're Kylie Jenner and your shower is the size of a garage.
It has a bed in it.
Hers probably has a water bed. And oh my God, a water bed in it would be amazing. That is so funny.
You've obviously never been with a very short man. If the angles weren't working.
You're right. That is very true. Okay, sorry. This might not count if you're very short. This might be awesome for you.
Does this include even like the warm-up? Because I think shower foreplay is terrific.
No.
But I would agree with you that the actual act in the shower is not.
Everything about it sucks.
Everything?
Yes.
So you're putting on any form of...
There's nothing comfortable about it. Everything that you're sitting on, if you're leaning down, there's no cushions. Can we get some cushions? Overrated, shower loving.
I'd be willing to put all the way shower loving on the list, but I'm not willing to put shower foreplay on. It's like the best place for that.
Okay.
You're at like a Mexican resort, you get the shower going, hours of fun.
Then I am going to make it just loving.
Okay.
Just the actual intercourse. So we're putting it on the list of overrated?
Yes, absolutely.
I think everybody listening agrees.
For underrated today, I'm going with food delivery services. Even if it's the restaurant you're getting delivered from directly.
Wait. Did you say underrated or overrated?
Underrated.
Okay.
I grew up in a small town. Food delivery wasn't a thing unless like your neighbor grabbed it for you. And we missed out on a lot of like what you're feeling like exactly at the moment. The options are endless.
Well, depending on your area.
Sure, but it's amazing that last night I felt like sushi, and 40 minutes later, I was just powering sushi in the comfort of my own home.
Right. You didn't have to leave.
You don't. We take it for granted, I would say.
I am going to agree with you.
So food delivery, making the list for underrated. Shower intercourse, making the list for overrated. Don't try to do both of them at the same time for sure.
GabrielaCruz.ca.
A 27-year-old mother named Alyssa is being hailed a hero after this week on Tuesday. She went to the beach in Michigan, and so she's got 2 toddlers, and she's currently 5 months pregnant. She said they parked at the beach. She's like, the wind is a bit too strong. I don't know. They ended up going to the beach anyway. She looked up. It was only really her and her 2 kids, and then there was a group of teenage girls that were swimming in the water. She looked up and she could see one of the girls was waving her hands at her like she was drowning. She keeps her kids like on the shore, and all 4 of the teenage girls were drowning in the water. So she runs up, grabs one of them, but then there would be these big gusts of waves coming and she would like lose grip of them. 5 months pregnant, gets in the water, saves all 4 of their lives. And then she goes on to be like, I'm not the real hero. My daughter is, because the little boy, she kept having to like grab her brother and pull him away because he was so concerned with what was happening in the water. So of course she's thinking about her own kids, but then she's saving these 4 teenage girls all while being 5 months pregnant.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Tell me something good.
My story is about a lady who celebrated a wedding, and then 2 days later, after taking her vows, she swapped the wedding dress for a hospital gown in order to donate a desperately needed kidney 2 days after her wedding.
Oh, wow.
The lucky recipient was her brand new husband's ex-wife.
Okay, I love this story.
Yeah, love hearing stories like that. So they've developed a friendship. She knew how much his ex-wife needed a kidney, found out she was a donor just shortly before the wedding, and they were moving quick because she really needed one.
Wow.
Got it done. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Tell me something good.
Growth is an amazing thing, and quite often it comes with like a lot of change in your life. We just want to know who did like the biggest 180.
Brenna texted in, thank you so much for listening to our show and contributing. This text says, if I think back at myself growing up, I get emotional because of how far I've come. When I was in school, I only had one friend, and apart from her, I had zero social life, no one to talk to. Now I humbly like to think I'm very popular at my work. My entire team filled my office with balloons and my favorite treats for my birthday. And I'm not going to lie, I cried when I got home that night.
Oh, that's cute.
That is so sweet. Steve texted in saying, when I was in junior high, I was constantly in trouble and being sent to the office. Now as an adult, I'm definitely type A, organized, and extremely polite. Yeah, you think back, I bet there are people listening right now that went through that phase where you're trying to discover who you are. You know, you're experimenting with different outfits, different friends groups. Like, I have some girlfriends that have embarrassing junior high. In their mind, it's embarrassing because they went through phases of like gothic clothing, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. That's just you trying to find your groove. But they refuse to post these throwback pictures because they're completely different now.
Yeah, I maybe this is a sign that I haven't grown enough, but I look back and not a whole bunch has changed. Like, sometimes I feel some grumpy creeping in.
Okay.
And I've never been like that.
I've always said this about you, and whenever I talk to people that have met you, they always say the same thing, that you just bring a life to the room. Like you're like a bright, inviting light. Whenever you show up to an event or a party, you just make it better.
Well,
more fun.
You set the bar way too high now. Now I'm going to have social anxiety. Thanks a lot.
No, it is
I've changed.
True. But I agree. Well, you got to think of those things that are creeping in, where you don't want to change for the worse. You don't want to become that old grumpy man. Don't.
No, I'm not going to. But I'm just being honest that I've noticed that, like, occasionally I'm like, well, why am I being grumpy about this? That doesn't feel like me. But also, you get a little jaded. Your skin gets a little thicker as you go. This last year, trying to be on the internet for this last year has beat a guy up pretty good. I've
taken your advice and I've stopped opening the comment section underneath news articles. Like, those ones are where it's just so toxic. This text here from Scott that's just rolling in. Hold on, it's going to give me a second to load.
I got it. He said, biggest change, old high school dropout, quit drugs 5 years ago, now 30 years old. I upgraded all my high school all the way from grade 10 to 12, and I'm going to NAIT this fall. Yes!
Yay! See, that's what we're looking for. Positive changes.
I did think of one that is a positive change.
Okay.
Like, growing up with two brothers, dad, even our animals were mainly male on the farm.
Okay.
Like, I just didn't understand women. And I'm not saying I got it figured out at this point, but having a daughter, big change.
You're with me every single day.
Yes, and you're very vocal about some things, and that's great because I've learned a lot. So I think that even our audience leans mainly female, not all female, but and like, I have to be able to relate and try. So I guess that's been a bit of a battle to constantly try to be evolving in the better in that situation and understand women more. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better over the years.
I agree. And it's interesting that you say that, because I have a friend, Duncan. He's been on our show before for Friendship Friday before. He's so great. I had a post on my story the other day about how important it is to have your kids exposed and have conversations about differences in people and how it's not only okay, but it's a beautiful thing. And he responded to it saying, because he has a brother with a disability, he said, something I've always thought about when it comes to people interacting with people living with disabilities. With my brother, you can totally see the difference in people's comfort levels interacting with him. A lot of the time, it's just because they don't have experience being around people living with disabilities. It's not their fault, but I totally think it's beneficial for children to be more exposed to all differences so they're more comfortable. So that just reminded me of you saying, it's so important for you to be around different people.
Yeah, totally.
And experience different lifestyles. And if you're somebody that has somebody at work that is more of like on the goth side, and you're more of like a girly type, hang out with them, have conversations with them, learn a little, grow a little every day.
Share outfits. Go all the way.
And Lisa.
From Mustara and Company.
Play 107.
$50 prepaid Visa could be yours. All you have to do is vote for either Lisa or myself on the nostalgia.
There's no wrong or right answer. If you're contributing, you could potentially win. We're just going to like scroll the text line, stop, and that's the winner. It's so fun.
Okay, so the wager today is that the winner gets to pick a pair of throwback-esque shoes that the loser has to wear for an entire week. Likely some real chunky skater shoes. Maybe the winner. Maybe some light ups.
Some Etnies.
Yeah, maybe some rollers. I'd like to wear those.
I wouldn't. I'm so scared I would injure myself. So please vote for me.
Let's do it.
I'm going to start off with something that I hope people remember. I'm going to have to describe it a little bit. Those stretchy, fuzzy fashion shirts everyone used to wear. And before you'd put them on, they looked like they would fit your doll. But they were fuzzy. Sometimes they had a little bit of sparkle to them, and everybody wore them in junior high. They were hideous.
My first one that I'm putting on the list is being disappointed with the lack of bubble potential from your double bubble. Like, with a name like that?
Yeah.
Come on.
You'd have to double up on the bubbles.
To even get a bubble.
And they would get all powdery in your mouth. What was up with that? Feeling like the main character during your elementary recital. Like, in your mind, you're like, oh, the parents are watching me. No, they're not.
Fighting tears off while watching Land Before Time so that your siblings or buddies wouldn't make fun of you.
How about Homeward Bound? That was too much. I actually can't believe people wrote that script.
That's not on your list.
Okay.
You can't be bringing up another movie when I just dropped the Land Before Time bomb.
The guilt of knowing your Tamagotchi died again. Reset button.
Learning about death, mainly murder, from Doom.
What's that?
Oh, come on, Lisa.
That must be a 70s thing.
No, 70s? I was born in 82.
So you say.
You've never played Doom?
No, what's Doom?
You've never lived.
Getting a new Archie comic in the checkout aisle at the grocery store. Fresh. The smell of it, I can still smell it.
Gross. The only time I ever remember those is in the bathroom. Wouldn't want to smell those.
Okay.
Living that skater lifestyle, but not being able to stand on one for more than a couple seconds. Like, literally all I do is ride them down my driveway, which
On
had a
your
bit
butt.
of a slant on my butt.
On your butt.
But I had the DCs on.
Oh, yeah. Trying to see how long you could go without having to wash your hair before your parents yelled at you to finally bathe. There's that stretch in your life where you avoid it at all costs.
My final one is really not wanting to clean your locker at the end of the year. The apples,
So many apples.
the love letters you never got the nerve to actually deliver.
What was her name, Ryder, first and last?
Well, there were a few of them. Camille was the big one.
All right, whose list brought you back more? It doesn't matter who you vote for. One of you is going to be winning a prepaid Visa thanks to Mustar & Company. All right, Spitfire, real quick. Those stretchy, fuzzy fashion shirts, they were so ugly. Feeling like the main character during your elementary recital. The guilt of knowing your Tamagotchi died again. Getting a new Archie comic in the checkout aisle and trying to go as long as you can without having to wash your hair.
Double bubble, not having double the bubble. Fighting tears while watching Land Before Time. Doom. Living that skater lifestyle, even though you didn't know how to skate, and really not wanting to clean your locker at the end of the year. Are there any new fashion trends, or maybe some old school ones that might be resurfacing that, like, you want to embrace?
Or something you've always wanted to do, you just didn't have the guts to do it. But after this year and a half now that we've had, it's time for you to be your authentic self. Let's go out there, show
Take
the
some
world.
risks.
Take some risks. Kim wrote in, who, by the way, is a new listener. She just discovered our show a month ago
Yay.
and loves it. So thank you, Kim. Oh, that's my favorite. She wrote in saying, "Morning, I decided to add a 2-piece bathing suit into my closet this summer. After 2 kids, I'm tired of hiding my jiggle and I'm just going to embrace it. It's hot mom summer."
Get jiggling.
Where I love the saying, and I see it all the time. It says, "Wear the damn shorts.
Right.
Stop caring.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter."
Speaking of a 2-piece, the reason we bring this up is I was at Golf Town yesterday, and I was quite surprised to see Puma is now offering golf shorts with the matching shirt. So the pattern goes top and bottom, and you would just separate it likely with like a white belt, white golf shoes.
Really?
Yeah, and I've seen this, the summer tuxedo, a lot of people are calling it. Mm-hmm. And every time I see it, I feel like it's fairly cheaply made, the ones I've seen. This looked like high quality, and it was a golf shirt, kind of, it was a golf shirt style with the matching.
It's like zany kind of, right? With the patterns.
It's a little silly.
It's out there.
But I tried it on, and if it would have fit me better, the fit didn't really work. I think I would have went in on this, and I want to ask what people's thoughts are on the dudes wearing the matching shorts with the matching shirt.
I think it screams confidence because when I got my tracksuit, like it's a throwback Adidas tracksuit, the classic black and white, and I wore it. And all you have to do is pretend that you wear things all the time. That's how you exude confidence. You just walk in like it's nothing new. You don't mention it right away. You don't go, oh, I'm wearing this. Is it weird? Does this look? No, you don't say anything. People might stare. Okay. They'll get over it. This is you.
All right.
Who cares what others think?
We're going to touch base with Haley next, who is considering getting into the longer cyclist style short, which are very fashion forward this summer.
It's crazy how many men are texting and saying that they're bringing back their mullet. They're bringing it back.
Yeah, I wish.
If you were happiest with it, then yes, do it. Mariah wrote in saying, I recently discovered bell-bottom pants, and I have a big booty and hips and short legs, no calves, so it's perfect for her. I love that. Are bell bottoms back in style?
I'd like for them to be.
They are pretty awesome.
They make shoes look really dope too. Like if you have the right bell bottoms with like the shoes that just peek out once in a while that look interesting. I like that look.
Okay.
This text says, I've been using a fanny pack as of late. I bought it so I could listen to music while mowing my lawn because my phone kept falling out of my pocket. But then I found out how truly useful it is.
Fanny packs are very, very useful.
It's interesting. We got that text because I bought one as a joke that had speakers in it that I could hook my phone up to, and so I could just party all the time. And then
all the time.
Then I started realizing how useful it was as well. So very similar situation.
Well, and they're a first-time texter. Thank you for listening. Let us know what your name is as well. We appreciate you. They ended the text by saying, I feel a little embarrassed, but it's so damn useful to carry my phone, sanitizer, keys, etc. on a hot day. You shouldn't be embarrassed.
No.
Nobody's judging you. When I went to the festival in Vegas, what's it called? EDC? Is that what it's called? I went there once. I did not fit in. I tried my best. But everybody had fanny packs. Everyone.
Yeah, they're handy. They really are.
They were cool. Oh, Trisha is your name. Thank you for listening, Trisha.
I really like those big round hats. They're not like cowboy hats. They're not fedoras. Like PK Subban wears them all the time.
Oh, yeah. They look like they're not summer friendly, though. They seem heavy.
Yeah, they would
seem
be
wintry.
Winter look. I'd agree with that. Mark McMorris has one. He's like in the commercial at the hat store in Calgary. I've always wanted to go there.
Have you noticed people like Olivia Rodrigo, who's from High School, the Musical, the series? Yes, that's literally what it's called. Trust me, it blew my mind as well. She is rocking bucket hats. Those are making a comeback.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And they look adorable. They look so good. I don't know if I have the confidence or the right head shape for it. My head is so big.
What's up?
Okay, I've been seeing a lot about these spandex spike shorts that are back in. I'm a little worried, but I don't know.
So, Haley, I bought a pair off of Dynamite's website, and I agree. I was a bit worried. What you have to do is you have to buy like really big oversized t-shirts, and then you wear the biker shorts with runners, and it actually does look really cool. As much as you feel dorky, it's one of the best investments I've made, especially because they're really high-waisted, super comfortable, and they go all the way down to your knees, so you don't have to shave your thighs.
Good call. I like that. I just bought a pair at Old Navy, but I haven't taken the tags off yet.
Okay.
I think you should go all in on the bike look and get a full Lycra outfit with the zip from the bottom to the top and like the sponsorship ads, neon.
Get a helmet.
Wear a helmet everywhere.
As I ride like 1 kilometer an hour on my bike on the sidewalk through my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Get a fanny pack, fill it with trail mix, poop in the woods. You're a biker now.
All right. There's the summer plan.
On Play 107.
What fashion risk are you wanting to take?
Jessica texted in saying, I've been rocking a deep wine-colored lipstick. Not really sure if I can pull it off. Just kidding. It's actual wine stains on my lips that I don't scrub off in the morning, and I hide behind my mask. No regrets. Okay, Jessica, you're so funny.
Killing it. Have a birthday girl on the phone. Happy birthday.
I've actually been doing it for a few years, but jean vest is one of the ones that I think is a great fashion choice.
So what do you wear it with? What are you pairing your jean vest with? Can you help people out?
I put it with like summer dresses, like little like sleeveless dresses or tank top dresses. I'll wear a jean vest over top, like as extra coverage if I want. If it's not too hot out, then I'll wear it almost like a jacket, but with no sleeves.
Okay, I love this, especially if you're wearing a spaghetti strap dress and your bra straps are hanging out. What a great way to cover them.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, you're brilliant. What's your name?
Ashley.
Theo Vaughn, one of my favorite comedians, actually had a really good bit on vests. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Check it.
And I love a vest, man. A vest is the only piece of clothing that you can look sharp and catch a football at the same time, comfortably. If you want to hug somebody and feel a little bit more of the hug than usual, that's a vest. If you've been drinking all day or doing drugs or whatever, and you don't know if you're supposed to go to a wedding or a rave, you're not sure, what am I going to wear? A vest. If you're not sure if you're going to do magic later on tonight. Vest.
Ashley probably has to be somewhere.
Okay.
So vests are the new thing. So
Yeah,
I'm just letting
vests are
everyone
in.
know.
When you talk with your female friends, like your closest girlfriends, are you guys ruthless with each other on like your texts?
Sometimes.
Do you try to hurt each other's feelings, like borderline?
We don't try. Sometimes it just happens. It's not a roast.
Oh, it's not roasty.
No.
Okay.
But basically, our group chat is just us complaining about how tired we are
Right.
on repeat.
That sounds exciting.
No, it's actually quite good.
No wonder you're all so tired.
There is more to it than that. There's some like gross things that you wouldn't be interested in hearing about. Like if someone got a hold of my phone, I would be concerned about just my girlfriend's group chat.
Because like my conversations with my buddies, 90% of them on text are chirping each other. I'm chatting with my friend right now who's often golfed, my best friend. He hasn't golfed yet this year, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you're making fun of him because you've been out. Guys love to keep track of how many times they've golfed. Let me guess,
18, yeah, this season. Anyway, he hasn't been out yet, and he asked me if I wanted to go this afternoon. He's got a tea time, and I said, no, but I'm happy that you're pulling the clubs out of the storage. I said, it's like riding a bike, although you were really terrible at that growing up. And then he said, I didn't want to watch your swing anyway and pick up all your crappy habits.
Ooh, good one.
And then I was just like, ooh, gaslighter. You'll have to Google that. I know you don't have a very big vocabulary.
Wow,
So
just ruthless.
It went from like a nice invite to all of a sudden like we're trying to make each other cry.
Yeah, you're not going to talk to each other for a couple months.
Yeah. I'd still rather that than just talking about how tired I am.
Mitch is listening, who is a garbage collector, and today is Garbage Collector Appreciation Day. The garbage collectors came by yesterday, and I did the old wave, like, thank you so much, but he didn't see me. So then I had to do the awkward pretending to scratch my head move.
Did he see you doing that? He's like, that chick has lice.
Maybe. It was when I was mowing the lawn. No big deal. I just recently learned how to use the lawnmower, and now I'm addicted to it. Like, I love it. Which shape should I go this time? Which angle do I want to go?
My brother actually was dating a girl from Scotland.
Okay.
That he met when he was over there. We talked about my brother's dating past yesterday on the show at around this time, too. Strange. Completely different story.
He should write a book.
Yeah. She came over to see him, and he cut the front lawn into a Scottish flag.
Okay, he's so romantic.
To, like, celebrate her coming. But
no way.
To make it look really good, he cut it really short, but then it killed that grass, kind of, and Dad was pissed at him the rest of the summer.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
Oopsie.
Wasn't a huge one. So if you're doing shapes...
Wait, how do I do different...
height?
Lengths?
No, we're not going to teach you that.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.